Welcome to another episode of One for the Table. My name is Kimchi, and the other person is Jong Kong. I'm only speaking for him because he has landed in LA today, and he has decided to order Jollibee,
Oh my god, it's so good.
and he's stuffing his face as he's recording this podcast because he's a professional.
I am a professional. I haven't had Jollibee in easily like over 10 years.
Then let's take our listeners through your Jollibee journey. Describe to our listeners what you're eating, what you're about to eat.
Okay, so right now I've got a double, 2 legs and a thigh little moment here. And I've got the gravy. And basically they give you like a cup of gravy to dip the chicken in. It is so crunchy. Like, listen to this, right?
You might want to come closer to the mic when you do that.
Is it not reading like?
Now it is.
That's the skin, y'all.
And is it perfectly spicy?
It is actually like quite spicy. I got the spicy one.
But it's like enjoyable spicy, not like, oh, my
Yeah.
tongue is burning.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's just flavorful. It's very flavorful. It's probably like the same spice level as I would say like Gus's fried chicken, their regular one, because they don't do spicy or not spicy. But like, unlike Gus's, like this is crunchy. This was delivered, and it's just so crispy, and the skin is so good.
I like how your point of reference to everything fried chicken is Gus's chicken, which is like a chain that's like not even available in a lot of places.
It is true. It is true. But it's like, it's still like, apart from Jollibee, like it is to me like the second best mass, somewhat widely available chicken chain out there. But yeah, Jollibee just wins it hands down. It is so good.
There's a reason why Jollibee was chosen as like the best fried chicken in America.
Did it? By who?
By some like magazine. They did like fried chicken off.
I mean, I can see why it's so good. Okay, I'm gonna eat there's just like, I ate all the skin now, but there's just the meat left. But with the
meat
gravy
itself is pretty juicy too.
It is.
And then what's really good is if you get a side of rice, I like to eat the skin first and then pull all the meat off the chicken, put it on top of the rice, pour some of that gravy all over the rice and chicken. And then you have gravy chicken rice.
Gravy on rice is seriously slept on. Like, rice, we would have like these like cheap steaks at my house before, but we'd eat them with mushroom sauce, and we'd have it with a side of rice instead of mashed potatoes, and it was always so satisfying. Like,
also to me, rice is just like more satisfying than mashed potato could ever.
It's true, because it's got that chew and got a bite to it.
And it just absorbs the flavor of like everything so well.
Oh, you're eating a peach pie?
So I'm holding the mango peach pie. Let's give our listeners a little crunch moment.
Oh, that's crispy. That is crisp. I guess we should have led this. Yes. We could have led this episode with the fact that this was going to be like an audio mukbang.
Just us silently eating.
Pretty much. I actually also got to taste, because like I can't eat all of this, but I also got their baked spaghetti, because Filipino baked spaghetti is really good too.
Wait, before you hit the spaghetti,
oh, should I have this sandwich?
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Okay,
I want to hear what your thought is.
I did also get the spicy chicken sandwich because spicy chicken sandwiches are like one of my favorite things in the world. And right now in my mind, Popeyes has the best. But I have never had this one before.
I told John I think Jollibee's spicy chicken sandwich might be better than Popeyes.
Opening it up, it seems like there is like a spicy mayo. There are a couple of fresh jalapenos in there, which already, that's amazing. Tomato and lettuce with plenty of spicy mayo on either side. I'm going to take a bite of this now.
The chicken meat is very juicy, right?
No. I need time to chew. Hold on. I will say the chicken meat in this one, and these are generally like bigger than what you get in Popeyes. This is a much bigger sandwich than what you get with Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily think it tastes better though.
Really?
I kind of miss like, so Popeyes has like, yes, I do think Popeyes is more greasy, but I think there's more flavor to it. And I miss the pickles.
Mm.
I miss the pickles a lot.
I have pickles in the refrigerator if you want some pickles.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. But I mean, like just naturally in the sandwich itself, I miss the pickles. I think I wish the Popeye sandwich was as big and substantial as this one,
Mm-hmm.
but still very good.
To me, like the Popeye sandwich tastes so good and it
Mhm.
feels good going down, but then afterwards, I can feel like just
Oh,
my
you
stomach
need a
is just like
nap.
full of oil.
Yeah, you need a nap.
While like the Jollibee fried chicken sandwich, even though it's more substantial, it doesn't leave
Mm-hmm.
me feeling like I'm like swimming in oil.
Mm-hmm. I will say that it doesn't taste like it barely tasted like greasy at all. It's a very, very like, I don't know if clean is the right word, but it's like, I don't even know if lightly fried is the right word.
Actually, can I have a bite? Let me live the
Yeah. I'll bring it
all
over.
over
Hold
again.
on. Hold on.
It has been a while.
I'm coming over. What do you think?
I feel like this is almost like restaurant quality.
I mean, I would be inclined to agree, but
Mhm.
I just miss like the sinfulness of the Popeyes. I think they butter their bread too at Popeyes.
Mhm.
Do you have a fork?
I do.
Oh wait, hold on. I'll go get it. Hold on.
Well, you know exactly where it is.
Huh?
I said, you know exactly where it is. All right, so John is about to dig into the Filipino spaghetti now. And for those listeners who's never had Filipino spaghetti before, it is a sweeter spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
It's made with banana ketchup, hot dogs, ground beef, and some sort of like a melty cheese.
Yep, that's exactly. And it's baked, right? It's baked.
Not always.
Oh, okay. Sometimes it's baked. I used to eat this a lot as a kid. Hmm. That is exactly what it tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, in the best possible way of saying this kind of tastes like the sauce tastes like it came out of a can, but like, because it's like overly sweet in the way that it's like almost meant to be catered towards kids, but it's still a tomato sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And the sausages, like, this tastes like after school.
Yeah, I used to go to Philippines quite a bit because my aunt and uncle lived there. And most of the fast food places in Philippines serve spaghetti. You can get like spaghetti at McDonald's. I believe KFC like had it also.
Mm-hmm.
And so did Jollibee. Yeah, it's really interesting like how that became a thing of all the food in the world, you know?
I will say the best when you have the spaghetti and it's baked. You know how like when you have lasagna, the edges are all crispy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They have that when like with the baked spaghetti, they'd have like the edges are all crispy and the sausages are crisp on the edges and stuff. So I kind of missed that part of the baked spaghetti thing, but otherwise, like that was a plus. That was so good.
I think where you've had it is probably like a restaurant, but traditionally, I don't think it's baked at all.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like it's baked.
it's not.
Oh,
We can Google it.
it was either baked or maybe it was because like,
I think you probably had it at a restaurant where they decided to bake it, but like
oh,
traditionally
maybe.
at
Okay.
home, it's not baked.
I've also had spaghetti that was stir fried in a wok before. That was really good.
Mhm.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of with the crispy edges.
I'm looking it up. It is not baked.
Oh shit!
It's like that one time you kept trying to argue with me that the kimchi pancake was a kimchi fritter.
I wasn't arguing with you. I was just saying it.
No, you're making a point to call those a fritter.
What did I say the difference was? Fritters are fried, right?
Fritters are like fried and formed into like almost like a patty.
Mm-hmm. And pancakes are grilled.
Mm-hmm. And also, I guess Filipino spaghetti things where you're like everybody makes it differently, so there's like no wrong way to make it.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's a lot of like home cooks.
yeah. But also, when you talk about home cooking that hits like close to people's soul, people get very, very protective and sensitive.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
100%. Like,
so I feel like our conversation might offend people, whether that
well,
was our intention or not.
I mean, when I talk about like this big spaghetti, I'm just talking about like my own lived experience. I'm not saying that this is the only way to do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, no, no. You told our listeners, unless it's baked, your spaghetti is garbage, mama. If the cheese isn't crispy, you fucking fail as a home cook.
I would like have something to say, but like I'm still stuffing my face full of this chicken.
Mm.
Oh, it's so good.
Dunking the chicken in the gravy.
Oh my god. And the gravy, I don't know if I talked about the gravy. Like imagine the KFC gravy as like a starting off point mentally. It is slightly less thick. It's not as like they probably didn't put as much starch in it, so it's a little more watery in texture or in viscosity, but that doesn't mean it's like watered down. It's actually more flavorful than the KFC. It's like they added more spices, more pepper, just more flavor to the gravy itself. It's so good.
You know which country, especially their KFC does gravy really well?
What?
UK.
Really?
Yeah,
What's
they
the
take their
difference?
gravy very seriously at the KFCs over there. And even like side dish, you're like, oh, would you like fries, mashed potato, like coleslaw, or gravy?
What? It's just gravy.
Yeah. But like the gravy there, oh my god. Even like the gravy, like they put in like, the English roast, it is so thick and it is like
Yeah.
so like meaty and flavorful. Well, the KFC
Yeah.
gravy is just as good. So yeah, if you're ever in UK, not that like you be choosing to eat like KFC over like many things you could eat there, but if you ever come across KFC, try the gravy.
You know what? I feel like the only place in the world that it's not worth it to at least out of curiosity try fast food is the United States.
Yeah.
We have the most, like the worst version of every fast food restaurant because we have like no regulations to like for any kind of standards for anything. I mean, and we also don't really have personal standards either when it comes to fast food. But like these other places, these other countries, like they have requirements and people just simply wouldn't eat there if it wasn't good to begin with. So here, for some reason, we no matter how bad it is, we'll still eat it. But even in like Hong Kong and stuff, they have like moon cakes and they have like Chinese food at their McDonald's.
Oh my
And
god,
it's not
we get like
bad.
the Youtiao, like the donut, like at the
Yeah.
KFC for breakfast with like hot soy milk. KFC in Korea is also just like next level. The chicken, Koreans take their fried chicken very seriously, and
Mm-hmm.
the KFC is like really, really juicy. And also, they have Tower Burger, which they don't have in the States. Which, like, if anyone from like higher up is listening to this at KFC, bring Tower Burger to USA. It would do so well.
What's a Tower Burger?
Okay, so Tower Burger is a spicy zinger patty,
I don't even know what that
slice of
is.
American cheese, hash brown patty,
Whoa.
and ketchup, all in a bun.
Wait, say that again?
Spicy zinger patty,
Mm-hmm.
American cheese,
Mm-hmm.
hash brown patty, and ketchup.
Wow. I don't even know. I can't even imagine what that's like. That's like having fries in your burger.
Oh, there's also tomato in there too, I believe.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is like, I don't understand. Americans love hash brown patties.
We only have it for breakfast though.
There's also fresh lettuce and like mayo on there too, on like a sesame bun.
Are you looking at a picture of it?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks really good.
Bring Tower Burger to USA.
I want to try the lamb burgers at the Indian McDonald's.
Oh, I've tried Indian KFC and Indian Burger King.
Oh, how is it?
So my friends and I were initially excited to try like all these like burger options made with like paneer
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
um and like veggie patties that were like not like impossible meat.
yeah.
But surprisingly, I don't know if it's because we were in India where like everything we ate was just like flavor bomb,
Mm-hmm.
but it felt really, really bland.
Oh no. But that was compared to like your experiences with like the Indian food that was available there. It was never going to be as good.
No, but I mean, I can also objectively like eat a burger and say if it's like a
Oh,
good
that's
burger or
yeah,
not.
that's true. Yeah.
And objectively, it was like bland. Like there wasn't like it wasn't like strong. It didn't have any flavor that was like strong in anything. So it just kind of felt like I was eating like a solid block that didn't really taste like anything.
Was this the paneer?
Yeah,
Mm,
and I love paneer, so
yeah, me too. I ordered too much gravy. I don't know why I ordered the extra gravy. One was enough.
mhm. You can also just drink the gravy.
I'm not. We're not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Um, sounds like you've gotten a little weak, if you ask me.
Talk about your K barbecue experience today.
Oh my god! So we went to this place called AB Steakhouse. AB stands for the chef's name Akira Black. And when I tell you, it was the fanciest K barbecue that I've ever had in my lifetime. I mean, I've had like all sorts of K barbecue, and like I've had like fine dining K barbecue, but here, everything, every single dish, and every single side dish tasted so thoughtfully made.
Mm.
So, like seafood pancake, for example, normally it's like a big giant thing, but here, all the veggies were like perfectly shredded, and they were formed into like these like patties, and the patty was filled with like so much like plump seafood. You get like a plump seafood and shredded veggies in every bite, and it just tasted really good together. And then it was just like all like high quality like cuts of beef. And I feel like at this point, I don't really want to like go to K barbecue and just fill up on like shitty quality of meat. Like I don't mind paying like a little
Agreed.
extra for like nice quality of meat, especially like something like Wagyu is so rich anyway that like you feel full after like few bites anyway, right?
Yeah.
Um, but when I tell you, if I could like describe like each piece of meat as like soup dumpling, like when you bite into like the meat juice just like squirts out, and like the fresh short rib, for example, I didn't even have to chew it. Like I just took my tongue and I like rolled it around, and like the meat just like crumbled apart, and all the like juice came squirting into my tongue. It was I've never had grilled meat that juicy and that good before. And I really can't wait to go back. Yeah, I think I want to bring like my mom or a friend that I really like that's visiting from out of town there.
Well, maybe one that you're doing like a podcast with right now.
A friend that I really like.
Wow. Wow. Is this because I said you needed sunscreen?
I didn't say it wasn't you. I don't know why you're getting I don't know why you're getting I don't know why you're assuming that I wouldn't take you.
Have you ever been to Cote?
Coast. Oh, we tried to go that one time in Miami, but like we were too full on something. On crappy sushi.
Oh, Cote's is like a Michelin-starred Korean barbecue, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw that. They have one in Miami. There's one in New York too, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I'm surprised we don't have one in LA.
I'm surprised they don't have one in LA too. Wait, did I see one in Beverly Hills?
Is there let me use our trustworthy Google Map app. It'll tell me everything that I need to know.
Maybe Maybe okay. I'm eating this. I'm eating this Filipino spaghetti again, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe this was the one that we used to cook in the wok, and maybe that
Mm.
was only something we ever did in my house. It's weird that like you have these like meals that you had in your childhood, and you
Yeah.
think it's like something that people have, but then you find out like, oh no, we only did that at our house.
Yeah, like what is like a food that like you thought everybody ate, but like actually wasn't?
See, I have no idea. Like apparently, like I always had these baked or fried chicken wings, and
Mhm.
they would be marinated in like chicken bouillon and fish sauce and white pepper. And I didn't know until later on that that was not something that most kids in Hong Kong would eat.
Mm. In our household, my mom used to make this dish that she called goulash,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't goulash. It was she'll cube potatoes and like usually like a fattier cut of pork, and then she'll like cook it in like gochujang or some sort of like a chili paste thing,
Mm.
and then she'll cook it down, and then we like eat on top of rice.
Oh,
And I
that
have
sounds
no idea
good.
why she decided to call it goulash one day, but to us, like that was what goulash was. And then I grew up, and when I had actual goulash, and I'm like, this is a lot different from like the goulash I grew up in.
I also like had borscht as a kid, but it was like Hong
Mm.
Kong style borscht, and I was like the kind that I had was pretty common. But then when I had like real like traditional Ukrainian borscht,
Mm-hmm.
um, I was like, what, what is this? Why is this chunky and made of root? Like,
That's
where's
so
the
good.
yeah, it is so good, but like when you expecting like oxtail and cabbage, but you're getting like pureed beets, like it is pretty shocking.
So when I lived in Chicago, I was doing this thing where you pay, I think it was like $25 a week, and then you get like a box full of like shipments from like the farmers, and the
Mm-hmm.
veggie selection would always be random,
Oh,
like
like a CSA.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I would always get beets. So one time I tried making my own borscht,
How'd that
and
go?
it was really, really good. But that night, I peed red,
Oh yeah.
and I thought I was peeing blood, and I freaked out, and I was like, but also like I was poor at the time, so I couldn't like afford to go to the hospital. So I like called my friend like crying. I'm like, I'm peeing red, like I don't know what to do. And she's like, "Do you have like UTI or something? Like what's going on?" And I was just like, "It's like what did you eat? Like what did you drink?" And I was like, "All I've had today was like this borscht that I made." And I was like, "Oh wait, oh, oh,
Yeah. It does it with the other thing too, not just pee.
yeah." So, anyways, don't freak out if you ever pee red after
Yeah.
eating a lot of beet.
Okay, so I finished the fried chicken and I had my fill of spaghetti. I'm gonna have like the peach pie now. So basically the
Oh, there's more
peach
of the sandwich left. I only took a bite out of it.
oh, I'm too full for the sandwich. I want dessert now. Um just so you know, like Jollibee did not sponsor this. This was just because I haven't had it in like over a decade and I was just like ordering some Grubhub while I'm at Kim's house. DoorDash,
Okay,
sorry. It's only available. Wait, what?
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
So the mango peach pie looks like an apple pie from McDonald's. Like it's that deep
Mhm.
fried little hot pocket thing.
It's such a shame that
Mm.
McDonald's doesn't fry their apple pies. I think it
Did
was
they
like
used
after like the
to?
movie like Super Size Me,
Mm-hmm.
they like discontinued like frying their apple pies and like started making baked apple pies, in order to
Like
be
it's
like more
that
health
much
conscious.
better.
And the thing is, like, if I'm already eating an apple pie,
Yeah,
I
just
want a
fry
good
it.
apple pie.
Exactly. I miss that like crunchy chewiness of it.
Mhm. The fact that like people would like eat an apple pie and they're like, "Oh, but I need to be healthy,"
Right. Mm,
you know. Oh,
this
luckily,
is good.
a lot of like the other fast food like Jollibee or like Popeyes, they still fry their pies, which is great.
Yeah, this is excellent.
I
It's
have
like
like a special
tangy and
memory
sweet.
like with the fried pies too.
Mm-hmm.
My first job was at Burger King in Korea, and when I was like working, the manager took the order wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So we somehow ended up making 30 apple pies.
Oh my god.
And this is something we normally sell maybe like one a day or even two. Like people just weren't ordering like these apple pies. And I was like, if I sell all these pies, like you have to be nice to me. 'Cause the managers were like really, really mean. And like if they felt like you weren't like working fast enough, like they'd pinch you. And I don't know. It was just,
Oh my god.
it was in Korea. I don't know. Not that like that makes it okay, but it was a toxic place to work, but it made me a stronger person having that as my first job. But anyways, I like recommended apple pie to like every single customer that came in through the door, and I managed to sell all 30 apple pies.
But it
And
wasn't even a mistake that you made, though.
no, but I was just trying to prove myself that I was like good at what I did.
Well, you're such a team player. Do you ever think you might work there again?
At Burger King in Korea?
Yeah.
No, that's funny because after this was like when I was like in Korea for a year during my high school year. We went back to Korea because of like our visa issues or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they had me like work like the morning shift. So then I'd have to like get there at 6 a.m. and then I'd have to prep for the breakfast and prep all veggies for the entire day while also serving breakfast customers. Just me. And then one other manager.
Oh my! How old
And
were
then
you?
I was 15.
Oh.
And then the managers will take the order. But then everything else in the kitchen, I would have to do it all by myself. I'd have to like fry up the egg, get the sausage patties ready, make bacon, and then prep all the veggies. But if all the veggies weren't like done by the time like lunch crew like came, like I would get yelled at like really, really bad.
Damn.
Um, I don't know why I worked there for so long, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold out till my birthday because then they're gonna give me a birthday present, and I'm gonna take the birthday present and then like never come back. And my birthday came and I was right. They gave me a present and I was like, ha, this is for all my suffering. And I took the present and I never went back again.
What was the present?
It was a gold earring.
Oh, was it real
I had
gold?
a one pierced ear at the time.
Oh, look at you. Do you
That
still
was
wear
like the look
earrings?
though. No. I mean
No.
like I wear it like in drag, but they're all clip-ons.
Oh, fancy.
It's not fancy, but also like even queens with like pierced ear, you still have to like glue the earrings on so they stay on while you're performing
Yeah.
in drag. So but anyways, how did I get like so off track? What I was trying to say was I was extremely good at what I did. I was really good at the counter and taking people's orders too. And yes, I sold all the apple pies, and I was really proud of myself. And that's the end of my apple pie story.
Well done. Well done, Kim. We're proud of you.
Hmm. And speaking of things I'm proud with, this past weekend was New York Pride.
It was. It was. And you DJ'd the Garnier booth?
The Garnier
Or the
float.
float? That's right, the
Yeah,
float.
but this was the parade. I legit thought I was gonna die.
Why?
Like legit.
Wait, this is a good cliffhanger. We could take a break now.
Okay. Break time.
We'll be right back.
And we're back. One for the table.
Hi. So we had initially left on a cliffhanger. What was it that you were going to say?
Okay, so, and let me tell you why I legit thought I was gonna die. So obviously, like on the day before, like on the day where I have a gig, I don't eat like hours before because like I just don't want to be in drag and like be full. So, the night before the parade, I had a gig at this place called Red Eye, which is like a new club that just opened up. So I think I ate like lunch around like 2-3 p.m. and then um I did other stuff throughout the day and then got ready at night. and went to the gig at 11 p.m. And then my DJ set was from midnight to 2 a.m. And then after the gig, it was like so late that, like I didn't want to like eat so late before going to bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, I had to be fully in drag by 10 a.m.
Oh
So I
God,
woke up
that's
at 7
early.
a.m. So like still didn't have like time to eat because I had to get ready. Um, got ready by 10 a.m. and then left the house. And I think our like float didn't like move until like 12 o'clock, but because we had to do like sound check and there were some like issues with the equipment and stuff, I was just like standing in like heat, like bright sun the entire time.
Oh God, you must have been miserable.
And I was just like sweating like profusely, like makeup was like running off. And again, like, and at this point, like I hadn't eaten in almost like 24 hours. And I was like trying to like drink water, just like stay hydrated, but I felt like, I don't know, it wasn't like doing anything.
Yeah.
And then during the parade, like obviously like everybody in like the float, the Garnier people are amazing. All the people were like great. The crowd was like really, really like excited, and everybody's like, just happy to see like everybody there. All the
Yeah.
streets were like jam packed, but it's like the parade was like happening and moving. Like I felt so like weak in my leg, and I was like shaking.
Oh
And I literally
no.
felt like I was gonna pass out. But because everybody was like cheering and having such a good time, I didn't want to be like, oh, I want to sit. I'm also DJing, so like
Right.
I can't like exactly like sit down or anything. Um, so then I just like put on like a grid and I was just like waving at everyone and like DJing and I think like the equipments were like overheating at one point because it was so hot.
Oh my God.
And for some reason, every time I tried to play a K-pop song, all the K-pop songs would start to skip. Um, I don't know, but luckily, like parade ended just in time. And then,
Mm-hmm.
like, as soon as we got to the part where they're telling us to like turn off all the music in the float, I was like, I have to sit down and like plop down, and I chugged like 8 things of water. And then I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna get back to the hotel? Um, but luckily, Garnier people called one of the parade assistants like to come pick me up in a golf cart,
Oh, nice.
and he tried to like take me down like on the road where it was like all blocked off, so it would be like just like a easy straight shot back.
Yeah.
But then for some reason, the police wouldn't like let us through, even though like these people were like part of like the parade committee.
Mm-hmm.
So then they had us take this golf cart onto the street where the cars are driving. And like New
Wait,
York
you were.
drivers, they're
Yeah, that's
like New York drivers and
wild.
like cab drivers, they're like fucking aggressive.
Yeah.
So we were on this like golf cart going like 20 miles an hour, and all these cars were like honking. And then all the streets were like blocked off too, so we couldn't like turn like anywhere. We were just going straight down on whatever street we were on, and the whole time I thought I was gonna get like hit by a car, but somehow I made it back to the hotel in one piece. And then as soon as I got back to the hotel, I chugged like 5 more things of water, and then I like passed out. I was supposed to like go to like a party and then like a comedy show that night, but I passed out for like good 8 hours after that because I think from like all the heat and
Wow.
exhaustion.
Yeah, I can't imagine. That is rough. And the fact that they didn't give you like, I don't know, like any kind of shade, if you just by
No,
making
I
you
mean,
like
but
stay out there.
like everyone else is fine, but everyone else is like standing and dancing and like having a good
Right.
time. I'm pretty sure like I don't think anyone's like expecting me to like overheat.
Yeah, true. True, true, true. Hmm.
And I know but also I didn't want to voice it either because then I didn't want to seem like I was like a diva either.
Right. Right.
I was like, just
Well,
like fight through it, fight through it.
I'm glad you did not pass out on the Garnier float and fall off and hit your head
Yeah.
or something. Like
I've
that would
always
have
thought
been
it was like
bad.
so dramatic when people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna pass out," but for the first time in my life, I like felt that way. But I'm very happy that Garnier chose me to like DJ for them and then like be on their float. All the staff were like super nice and super professional.
Did you have anything good to eat while you were in New York?
I went to this restaurant called Bad Roman.
Oh, I've heard of that. I've heard of
Apparently,
this
it's like the
restaurant.
hardest restaurant to get like a reservation, but my friend managed to get a reservation there.
And was it good?
It was good. It was like one of those like trendy Italian place where like nothing is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Would I like wait months to get a reservation there? I'm not quite sure.
What is your take on Italian food?
No, I love Italian food. I think it's wonderful, but I think like parts of it may be like kind of like Asian cuisine where like Italian food can be like very regional too,
Yeah, for
and it's like
sure.
very like different like per region, and then there's like American Italian, which is like a different beast too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love Italian food, but I just think that I end up going to Italian restaurants way more than I'd like to because when you hang
Okay.
out with no, but like when you hang out with like a lot of people who are picky eaters or people who like have like
Um.
a taste palette that like don't really tolerate like much anything else. I feel like I always end up like defaulting to like choosing Italian when I'm like going out with people to eat that aren't like
Mm-hmm.
foodie friends.
Uh,
Does that make
because
sense?
I guess it is. It's a very like it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's safe for people who are not adventurous, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Which means like it's not as exciting, I suppose.
Yeah. Again, like I've had like amazing Italian food, and it can
Yeah,
be
yeah,
so
yeah.
good. But here's a place with like pepperoni pizza with hot honey. Oh, here's a branzino and like a lemon butter sauce. Oh, we make our own pasta in the house. And I'm like, I'm not impressed by like homemade pasta anymore. Like,
Yeah,
like I go to Asian restaurant where they like homemade, like they make like homemade noodles, it's like the
yeah.
equivalent. Like, youpie doo, you did the bare minimum for a restaurant. You made your own pasta.
You know what? The whole homemade pasta and the homemade I feel like that should be a given. I think everyone should be charging the appropriate amount for that kind of because it's labor intensive. But like,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't find coming from a person who eats a lot of freshly made noodles and handmade dumplings and stuff like that. Like acting like handmade pasta and like Italian dumplings like ravioli are such an amazing thing. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, when people are like, "Oh, this restaurant makes their own pasta in the house," and it's like, well, considering the fact that they're charging $30 for a plate of like starch, they better be making their own homemade pasta.
It's true. It's true. It's fucking funny. Oh my god. So Bad Roman was fine then, I guess.
Yeah, no, I had a great time and service was great. Everything I ate was great, but it was just
Safe.
I just, like it almost feels like it was like a bit like overhyped in a way.
I think that's a
For
lot
it to
of
be like
restaurants in New
the
York.
hardest restaurant in Manhattan to get a reservation.
Yeah, but that was Carbone too, wasn't it?
I mean, I've never been to Carbone.
I mean, Carbone was first time I had it was really good. Um, but that was before TikTok.
It's like the one with like the spicy rigatoni pasta.
Yeah.
And when you sit down, they greet your table with a basket of bread and mozzarella cheese.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, mozzarella cheese. Never had that before. So cool. So impressed. I do appreciate free bread, but you know what? I also don't mind it if you charge me for bread. I don't know if that's like
I would rather
unrelated,
you
like
charge me for good bread than give
good
me free
bread.
bad
Yeah,
bread.
exactly.
100%. The
But then
bread that
I
you
feel like
charge
is
me
that being like a
for,
little bit like out of touch because I can
mm,
afford to like buy bread now at restaurants?
I would, yes, I guess. Maybe I mean like there are places that you go to for unlimited
Mhm,
bread and unlimited breadsticks and all of that good stuff. And like pizza bread is amazing too. But like
mhm.
I don't know, like the free bread at restaurants, that's just like the machine made stuff. That's not very good. That's just supposed to be there for filler with the that comes with the butter that's too cold. Like
Or like a packet of butter that's cold, so you can't even like butter your rolls properly.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, like the ones that you end up just making into like a butter sandwich because it's easier than
Hmm.
spreading on that like cold ass stale bread. But no, like as a person who really loves bread, I would rather pay and have like bread that I want to eat instead of bread that's just put in front of me that I eat out of habit.
Yes, like when you order bread, and server brings you the warm loaf of bread, and you knock on it, and you hear tink tink, and then you rip it open, and on the crunchy outside, you see a little chewy inside. It's like the steam comes out of
Mm.
like the bread,
Oh, that's
and you
so
take that
good.
butter, and the butter just melts into the bread, creating this like glistening, shiny outside. And then as you bite into it, there's a bit of like a chew and a bounce in your teeth. And then as like
Mm.
the butter like melts away, and the soft, chewy, fluffy bread just create this like harmony. And if it's like a sourdough, there's like a little bit of like that sour aftertaste that just gets your like appetite going even more.
That was pornographic.
Like that's like a type of bread service I want. That's like if I'm gonna eat bread at a restaurant and fill up on bread, that is the bread service that I'm
That
looking
was like
for.
50 shades of bread. That was very nice. That was great. Did you ever see the TikTok of the bagel people on TikTok? The one where he slaps that bagel and just rips it open and it's just like
Hmm.
tons of steam comes out. That was porn. Oh my god. The way he just smacked that bagel like it was a butt and then ripped it open and steam came out like it was a not butt something, but also
For some
erotic.
reason, on my TikTok, I keep getting a TikTok shown from this guy who asked the bagel place to put on a pound of cream cheese,
Oh.
which like it's fine. You know, if you like a lot of cream cheese in your bagel, like that's fine. But then he yells at the staff, "Respect the schmear! You gotta respect the schmear!" And
I,
I'm like, sir, these people are just like
doing
probably
their
getting paid minimum
job.
wage, just trying to like do their job. Like, stop yelling at your stop yelling your catchphrase at them.
People who abuse service folks for content are the
Hmm.
fucking worst. It makes me so mad. And it's
I don't
not
know if he's
even
like
just like,
abusing them, but
well, but no, I mean like it's like whatever, like nobody's paid enough to
to deal with
like
your shit
to deal with your shit, to like
or
have
content you're
to
trying to monetize off of.
exactly. Like he's gonna like what make if it gets seen by like 30 million people or whatnot, he's gonna make a couple grand off of somebody else's like confusion and minimum wage pain. It's like when you go to like when people go and do these pranks at like Walmart and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't want to. I'm gonna seem like such a freaking Karen, but like somebody has to clean that up, and like that's
Yeah.
bullshit. That it's like the person that's barely getting by. And meanwhile, you're videotaping it and probably making tons more money off of somebody else's labor. It's
To
just,
me, like a fun
ugh.
prank is like telling your mom like her favorite celebrity died, and then you like film her like quick reaction or going like no.
That would be
Like
something you thought would be
that's like
funny.
a funny prank, you know? Or have you ever seen those killer clown prank? Oh my, that was a tongue twister.
Oh, yeah.
Killer clown pranks.
The ones where the people are like they're in like parking lots and stuff like that and they run after
Yeah, and then like
people.
a clown like smashes like this dummy that looks like a human, and it like squirts blood everywhere.
Yeah. And then they like the people see it and then the clown like looks at the people and starts to move toward. Okay. So
Yeah.
actually terrifying if that were me in that situation, but
Uh huh.
like that is kind of funny. That is kind of funny. I think okay, it's really funny. It's really funny. That can never
Also,
happen here though because somebody would
no,
get shot.
it's probably like in like Europe or something.
Yeah.
And also, the prank. Hey, do you see it? There's this one guy like he I think drives a truck or something, and he wears Mike Myers mask,
Oh no.
and then he always like honks at people. And when people like look at him, see that it's Mike Myers, like they like freak out.
Oh
And his
no.
TikTok is literally just like compilation of like these like him scaring people.
I also like it when parents trick their kids.
Like, honey, I know your Halloween candy.
Yeah. Or like you give them like an X, they open a present and it's like an Xbox box, but then inside it's socks.
Oh,
Yeah.
traumatizing.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Kimmel's the kids, I eat all your Halloween candy like videos every year. It's the reason why I stay alive year after year. Like I look forward to those videos so much. You don't understand how much I love those videos.
Do you just like to see kids in pain?
I just like love to see like how different kids react. Like some kids are like, "It's okay, but I still love you, mommy," and then some kids like they start like punching their parents.
It's true. Some of them do. And the kids, and you wonder like the kids that do that, like what do the parents let you get away with?
Right? But then also like I don't know. Sometimes like you could be the like best parent in the world, but you could give birth to like the
The
worst child in
worst.
the world.
It's true. It's
And
true.
sometimes like you just
Sometimes,
like don't have control over like how evil your child is.
yeah. Yeah, I get that. What did you ever go trick or treating?
So this is thing. I went to elementary school in Korea where
Mm-hmm.
there's no trick or treating culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I always see like trick or treating in like, like American TV shows and movies and things like that. And because, like I grew up like dirt poor and poverty, and because my mom is Asian and she doesn't believe in sweet things, we never had candy around the house.
Oh damn.
So when I came here, I made sure to take my ass trick or treating every Halloween until my senior year in high school. And lots of
Nice.
time people would be like, "You're too old to trick or treat." I did not give a fuck. I was deprived of this in my childhood. I was deprived of candy. I was gonna get what I was owed.
How tall were you by the time you were a senior?
Oh, pretty tall.
Because you're like 6'2", 6'3" now.
But you know what the trick is?
What?
You find a friend
Uh-huh.
with a little brother or a sister,
Okay.
and then you take them trick or treating. But you have a pillowcase with you too, or like a basket. But always bring a pillowcase because you can get more candies in it. So then, as your friend's brother is going around collecting candy, you just get candy with him. So it looks like you're just babysitting.
And there you have it, folks. Kimchi likes to watch kids in pain and likes to exploit them too for candy.
I'm not exploiting the kids. I'm exploiting the parents, especially where I grew up. It was mostly like upper middle class, like white people.
Oh, in
So
Okemos?
reparations.
Nice.
And then I bring the candy home. I pour it all out and I'd inspect it to make sure, like no one stuck like a needle or anything in the candies, because that was like a thing you did.
Do you think that actually happens?
Supposedly that's never happened, knock on wood. It doesn't ever happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, just for your own sanity, it's just better to check,
True.
And sometimes when people give you a full-size candy bar, oh, you felt like you were bawling. You were like on top of the
Yeah.
world. And if they give you raisins, like I hope they live up, like I hope they like meet like a terrible, like painful demise because that is just mean, rude, and unnecessary.
And then of course you go to the one house and it turns out a dentist lives there and they give you like floss.
Oh, I've never hit up a dentist, unfortunately.
Yeah. I remember I've probably hit up a dentist before because I would sometimes find toothbrushes and dental floss in my bag.
Oh, the weirdest thing I've ever gotten was a plastic container of pork floss.
That is
This, like, Chinese
amazing.
family, and I said trick or treating, and then they were like discussing amongst each other because I don't think they knew like what trick or treating was.
Yeah.
And then they gave me a container of pork floss, but I've never seen pork floss in my life ever.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to eat it or how to consume it. And when I opened it, it was like meaty but like sweet, and it was like a texture and a flavor that I've never come across before. So my parents told me to like throw it out.
Oh, well, you would have done something different with it now, but that is so funny. I can just picture like this Chinese family with these trick or treaters, just giving what people everything they had in their house because they
Yeah.
didn't know what was going on. Like they probably started with like maybe the Chinese New Year candy that they had left over, maybe some like candied dried lotus root. Some really confused Okamas kid is
Or
like
like White
wondering what the heck.
Rabbit.
White rabbit candy. They gave him a
Mhm.
lucky cat, gold lucky cat statue or something.
Or like the coconut candy. You know what I'm talking about.
How desperate do you think they had to be before they started giving away pork floss?
This is like towards like the end of the night, so I think they had run out of everything else, and the pork floss was all they had.
I wish I could have been at that house.
But I feel like the most common thing was people would just get, like the fun size bag, and they'll just give you like a handful of like bite size, like Snickers, Twix, like Reese's
Mm-hmm.
peanut butter cups or whatever. Which is fine. All those are great.
Mm. What was your
Snickers.
favorite candy? Snickers?
At that time, Snickers and Reese's peanut butter cups.
Nice.
I never understood. It was Three Musketeers and Milky Way at the
Mm-hmm.
time because it was just like squishy and
I liked Milky Ways.
not nutty.
I
I
like
like
the
it
Milky Way
now.
darks.
I also used to hate Butterfingers because they'll get stuck in my teeth.
Oh, but I love them now.
But now I appreciate the flavor of Butterfingers a lot.
Yeah.
I just wish I knew how to like appreciate it more back then.
Yeah.
But also, you know what my favorite candy nowadays is?
What?
I feel so old for even like saying this. Worders.
Werther's?
Yes.
The old literal candy of old people.
The butterscotch.
But yeah.
Okay, it is like old people candy, but when was the last time you've had Worders?
I don't know. I think I might have like taking it out of like maybe like an Uber driver had it in a dish or something as like a extra customer service thing once.
Okay, I want you to try Worders again because when you try it as an adult, you'll realize actually how good of a candy Worders are. Like the butterscotch is very satisfying. It is very buttery and like perfectly toasted and like sweet.
Well, damn.
And then
Okay.
they have like caramel apple filled ones that are really good.
Ooh.
And they also have like soft, chewy Worders that are really good. Yeah, I just like never appreciated like butterscotch as a kid, but now like I love
butterscotch it
butterscotch.
does have that like salty sweet itch, doesn't it? It
Mhm.
scratches both itches. I get it.
Yeah, but try Worders next time you come across one.
Okay.
What was your favorite candy? Halloween candy?
My favorite candy when I was trick or treating were probably the the lollipops, the Tootsie Pops. I loved me a Tootsie Pop. What?
Tootsie Pops? Really?
Yeah.
Tootsie Rolls and Tootsie Pops?
Not Tootsie Rolls, just the Tootsie Pops.
Tootsie Rolls, after you like lick them, there's always like air bubble in them, so it gets really sharp and it always cuts up your tongue.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I liked that.
And then also like the stick gets soggy somehow, and the paper like comes like undone.
Well, I like the ones that started off as like cherry or strawberry flavored, and then it would get into the Tootsie Roll. But I also like the ones that were just straight up Tootsie Rolled flavor, like the chocolate on chocolate. Like I like those too, and I liked things I like the textural difference. Like when you suck down the lollipop part enough that if you just bit into it, it would shatter into a Tootsie Pop, and it was like crunchy and then chewy. Yeah, I think I was just like a texture fiend for that kind of thing. I also liked any like malt flavored candy.
Like Whopper?
Maltesers. I like Maltesers better than Whoppers. Whoppers taste really artificial
Whoppers are so
to me.
good though. They're like airy and like it's just like milky and just like melts in
Oh,
your
they're the
mouth.
same. Maltesers and Whoppers are the exact same texture. Maltesers just taste more malty.
At least Tootsie Pop is better than Dum Dums. Anybody that gives Dum Dums for Halloween, you also have like a special place in hell for you.
I don't know anybody who I'm not gonna say it like that, but like I can't imagine craving Dum Dums.
Also, like, when you go to buy Halloween candies,
Yeah.
and the grocery stores always have so many specials and so many variety of all those candies on the shelf. You think kids are gonna want Dum Dums.
I feel like Dum Dums are candy for people who are trying to quit smoking.
Dum Dums are for candies for counselors where they just buy in bulk and then they just fill up like their desk like candy jar with them.
Yeah.
So then random kids will just take them like during school when they come see the counselor.
Yeah, they are just more like decoration or
Yeah.
desk convenience. Maybe that's their appeal. It's like they're not good enough that the person that actually has them on their desks wants to eat them. But if you're like a visitor, you'll be like, oh, one won't hurt. But then if it was in my house, it's like, well, I'd never eat that. So
I just don't understand who's keeping Dum Dums in business. Like, are they like still in
school
operation?
counselors.
They are. Oh my god!
Wow, that is a very nice website. That is a lot nicer of a website than you'd expect Dum Dums to have.
On Dum Dums original mix, tropical mix, super treats mix, heart pops, bunny pops, color party, candy cane.
Dum Dums put more money into their website than into their original recipe.
Oh my god, they have a store locator. Who's going to the website and like using a store locator to find Dum Dums? Who's seeking out Dum Dums?
You were so upset. Did you find a store? Where's this closest store?
Oh, let me look it up.
Should we go?
Oh my god, I cannot believe they have a store locator. Oh my god, there's so many stores around my house has them. They all carry Dum Dums. Who's buying Dum Dums in LA? What is this like subculture of people that's like keeping Dum Dums on shelves and like in business? Oh my god. Ralph, CVS Pharmacy, Rite Aid, Target, Walgreens, like Food for Less, all the major like.
Well, maybe that's the thing. Like they sell to major retailers.
But who is buying Dum Dums? When was the last time anybody bought Dum Dums?
I couldn't tell you. Like I agree, just maybe not to that extent.
This almost makes me mad. Like, where is the customer base for Dum Dums coming from? Like, what? Oh my god.
So,
also, this is really random, but speaking of like old people, like those like Scottish shortbread?
Yes.
Oh, what are they called? Is it Walkers? No.
I don't know. I know the shortbread and I know it's delicious. Well, I like what are it called? Like $1,000 or
Oh, it is called Walkers. Walkers shortbread.
Oh, okay.
I've always loved those since I was young. Because they're very buttery. I think I just really like butter.
You really do like butter. Oh, butter. Where is butter?
Yeah, that's why my dog is named Butter. Yeah, Walker's shortbread, one of my favorite.
On that note, that is our time today.
And also, if you're one of the listeners that buys Dum Dums, please message us and let us know why. I'm genuinely curious. I genuinely want to know.
She is aggressively curious.
Well, that was our podcast for today. If you like what you saw, subscribe, like, share. And don't be a hater. We don't like haters. Only people that can hate is us.
Good night, everybody.